Good evening,
Good evening,
everyone.
ma'am.
Hope your day was good. Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, all. Um,
Good evening.
just confirm me if my voice is audible and the PPT is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. So now we are starting with to get to know how why resource management is important for banks. You see, banks are also, or banks is the only one business we can say that is a people business. Okay, so here the meeting will be between the people to people. So until you satisfy your customers by the service, banks cannot run or banks cannot be existed in the market. And until the management of the banks keeps satisfied their employees, the banks, then they cannot have the direct
Madam,
contact
voice
with the
is breaking.
customers and they can satisfy.
Madam, voice is
Excuse me,
breaking.
sir. Okay, sir, just a minute. I hope it's clear now.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear now? Okay. So I was talking about banks is the people business. So it's a connection or it's an interaction between the people with the people. Okay. So the bank employees will be having the, I'll just mute everybody. Bank employees will be helping out the customers, the service will be given, and the customers will have the word of mouth recommendation as the services provided by the banks is complimentary, like they will be telling with the word of mouth recommendation to other customers and they will come and participants kindly mute. Okay, yeah. So that is what here you can see why HRM is very important in the banks is even banks required to plan ahead for recruitment. They have to forecast in future how many employees they require, how many candidates they require. Okay, they have to plan for it and they have to recruit. And recruitment also, it can be on the especially the public sector banks and nationalized banks, they go ahead with the examination. Private sector banks will go ahead with the recruitment of the employees directly, candidates directly. So to plan how to go about with the recruitment, maintaining the balance of experience and youth in the workforce, there should be a proper balance of experience and youth. You can't say that we'll have only experienced people. No, even there should be a combination of youth in the workforce. They so that they can bring the creativity in the organization. Okay, no doubt experienced people will be enriched with the complete knowledge, but we can't underestimate our youth as well. They'll bring lot many things creative. Innovativity can be brought about by the youth. Okay, training of the manpower, HR is required in the banks to decide upon what kind of training you provide for the employees, when you will be providing it, whether it will be on job training or off job training. All that has to be decided. And who has to conduct, who has to organize this? It's a HR department. Then performance management and talent spotting. So even banks will have this performance appraisal, right? So you all will agree with me. Performance appraisal will also be conducted in banks and talent spotting. Who's potential enough for the future promotion or transfer for other banks? All these will be decided. Who should be deciding this? HR department. Okay, that is human resource professionals. Keeping a tab on the personal requirement of the employee. Even they have to be alignment of the organizational goals with the personal goals. Then only the individuals will be satisfied. Then keeping a tab on the retirements and resignations. So HR professionals will keep a tab on how many people will be retiring, with if a few of them have submitted the resignation, then filling that gap, filling that vacancy, all that is required to be done. So who will be responsible, who can organize this efficiently is HR professionals. That is why human resource management is very important even for banks. Okay, then we have Training and development. Okay, so there are HRD. These are all the topics which comes under HRD. So HRD is responsible for training and development, helping them in deciding the career path. Okay, career pattern. All these are HRD methods. HRD responsibility, that is the HRD department will be taking care of all this. So when they decide for the training and development program, they have to see that they will work on improving the three aspects. Okay, it stands for KSA. So it is K stands for knowledge, S stands for skills, and A stands for abilities. See, sometimes this A is also being called as attitude. So it depends. Suppose if they ask you in the multiple choice questions, KSA stands for, even if you have attitude option in that, if you tick on that, that is also correct. Suppose if you have ability option, then that is also be correct. Don't confuse yourself. Either they'll give you this or this. So both are correct. Okay. So in training, what happens? They concentrate on improving the skills, enriching the knowledge, and developing the abilities of the employees. Okay. How they'll be doing this? This will be done by the job or role analysis. I would like to draw your attention. Many questions have been asked on this, the job role analysis. Okay. See, they will analyze the job and they'll give the information in three aspects. One is job description, another one is job specification, and last one is job evaluation. You should be knowing the difference between this. Kindly concentrate. Job description is, see, it records each and every component that of the job that an individual has to perform. Okay. For example, you're being hired as the manager. What are all the responsibilities managers will be having? What are all the duties that they have to deliver? All that, if it is being given in the writing, we call that as job description. You are the people to approve the checks. You are the person who can be approving the loan applications of the customers. You are the person who have to sign on the passbook. Okay, all these are the few duties and responsibilities that the manager has to fulfill. So all this will be given in writing. That we call it as job description. Then we have job specification. See, to finish off this work, to do this work, will be specifying what age person we require, what should be the education qualification, or how many skill sets they should be having, what is the specific knowledge that they should have, in what area they should be expertise, or in what domain they should be expertise. All that is job specification. Okay. Job evaluation is, there will be comparison. The comparison between the standard set and the actual performance, so that they can decide what should be the remuneration that has to be paid. Okay. So why they'll do job evaluation, I have already told in the morning also. See, when the same salary is being paid for probationary officer and the clerk, what is the difference? Why people require, they can be doing the clerk work only, why they have to clear the exam and they have to become the PO? If the same salary is being paid for manager as well, what is the difference between manager, PO, and clerk? That is what job evaluation plays a very important role here. There will be a comparison, whose responsibilities are more, whose work is more technical, who will be responsible for managing the organization more, then they will be deciding on that. So if the clerk is being paid 10,000, then the PO will be paid monthly 20,000 and the manager will be paid 30,000. Okay, the roughly I'm just giving you the graph. So like that, they will decide based on the work they do, based on the responsibilities they have, based on the education qualification they have, okay, and with the experience. So based on all these in comparison, they will be fixing up the remuneration. Is it clear? All these, the difference between all these three? Any doubt? Okay, I'll go ahead. Then we have, see, there are so many work the people do in organization and people get confused between these terms, okay, and they will use this term simultaneously. But there is a small differences. Each word is different from one another. Okay, you have to understand the difference here. The first one is task. Okay, see, task is something which you do a particular work at a time. So suppose today they gave you the task, you have to open a bank account of at least 10 people. This is a task. So today you will open an account of 10 people. Your task is done. Okay. Tomorrow it will not be the same. Tomorrow they will ask you for data entry. So you have to complete the data entry of so many people. Okay. So this is your task for tomorrow. So it will not be same every day. So or it will not, it's not compulsory that every day you will be getting some task. It depends. Okay. That is one particular work at a time that you do and you will finish it off. That is your task. Job is something for which you are being hired and you do that regularly. You are being hired as a receptionist. Every day you will come, you will book the rooms or you will book the orders from the customers, and then you will see that proper service will be provided. That is your job. Every day, 9 to 5, you will do your job. 9 o'clock you will come, you will log in, you will sit on your table, you do processing, then 5 o'clock you will log out and you will go home. Next day morning, again 9 o'clock, you will come and you will follow the routine. That is your job, the regular activity, what you do in the workplace. Then we have position. See, this position and role is interconnected. Is in the morning also I told you, you can't play the role of any person until you hold that position. Okay, how it is interconnected, I'll tell you. See, now manager can give you the instructions, manager can send you the commands that you people should follow. Suppose if the same commands come from the gatekeeper of your bank, will you follow? I'll repeat. See, suppose gatekeeper is giving you some
No, ma'am.
instructions. So, yeah, he's been demanding you something, sir. Will you follow? No. At the same time, if manager is demanding, is a manager is instructing you to do something, will you not follow? I hope you got
Follow.
my question.
We have to follow.
Yeah, we will follow, right? That is what. See, the person, according to the role they will be playing, according to the position they have been got in the organization, they will play the role. Okay, so this two is interconnected. Until you have certain position, you can't play the role. Okay, then if you play the role, it will be according to the position. So these two are interconnected. And the last one is work. See, work is something like physical or mental activity that is being involved. Even doing a biometric, opening the door of your cabin, sitting on the chair, then switching on your system, everything is the work that you do. Any physical and mental activity. Thinking about what to order in lunch, or thinking about after going home what to be prepared, thinking about what your children should have been doing at home. Okay, all this is you're giving some pressure to your mind, right? So that is whatever you do, physical and mental activity, that we call it as a work. I hope I made it clear the differences between all these terms.
Madam, task
Yes,
and
sir.
the role seems same, na? Task and
Task and
role.
so task is something like which will be given and it will be ended. It's like one particular work will be given as a task. Okay, suppose today receptionist is not there. For you, the task is you have to be in the place of receptionist and only for today. You will finish it off and from tomorrow you will carry on your own work. Okay, that is a task. It will be given only for one particular time. But role is you are holding that position. No, every day you will be manager. Every day you will be signing the check. Every day you will be passing on the checks. Every day you have to check whether your proper instructions the people are following it up or not. That is a role you play because you hold the position of the manager. Is that
Thank you,
clear,
ma'am.
sir?
Madam,
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
madam, what about What about the position? Is it related to designation, position,
Yeah,
or
designation, the position you hold. Yeah, the status you hold in the company or bank or anywhere.
okay, right now.
Okay. So then we have next one is systematic approach to training. I told you HRD has to decide about training, right? So in training, they have to go through as the systematic way. So they have to follow 5 steps. Okay, kindly concentrate here. In the 5 steps, the first one is identification of training needs. Just like that, you can't tell that you are the employee of this company, come and attend the training. No, unnecessary. Why you will be organizing the training program for the employees? First, you have to conduct the performance appraisal. In that performance appraisal, if you find few employees are average performers, okay, so for those employees, then you can decide whether they really need the training, or with the counseling, everything can be sorted out. So if it's sorting out with the counseling, then it's fine. But they require training, then you can arrange for it. So firstly, what you have to do is identify whether they really require the training. Okay. Then you have to design the training. Design the training can be happened on two needs. One is KRA, that is key result area. Okay. KRA stands for key result area. And KSA, I have already told you, it is knowledge, skills, and abilities. Okay. Whether you want the key result to be improved, or you want the knowledge, skills, and ability of the employees to be improved. Okay, you have to decide. Based on this, you will design the training. Suppose if you are concentrating more on key result area, that you want production to be improved, you want labor turnover to be decreased. So if your concentration is on that, you can hire a personnel who can improve the production, who can help you in adopting the new technology, all that. But if your concentration is on KSA, improving or enriching the knowledge, skills, and abilities of a person, then you can hire the person who can give them, impart the knowledge on all these. Then we have, after you decide on what basis you will be conducting the training, then you have to start the training, conduct the training. Okay. After conducting the training, it is very much important that you will conduct the evaluation of training, whether the training is validated, whether the training was effective. Did my employees got some benefit out of it? Okay. Or it is just a waste of time. You have to analyze whether there is some benefit out of the training or not. So in the evaluation, how you can find out whether it is a benefit or not? There is a pattern which is being given by the Kirkpatrick. He is the strategist who has been given the pattern of evaluation. Okay, he has given in the 4 levels. Any one level you can adopt and you can find out how effective the training was, whether it is worth conducting the training or not. The first one is reaction level. How you can evaluate whether it is effective. Immediately after training, collect the feedback. Okay, so don't delay, don't give the gap between the training and collecting of the feedback. Immediately after training is done, next day you can circulate the feedback forms and you can collect the feedback of the employees. From that, you will get to know how many positive responses and how many negative responses that you have got. Okay, that is reaction level. You will collect the feedback, that is reaction of the people immediately. The next one is learning level. If not this one, then you can go ahead with learning level. Test them. How you can test them? See, before conducting the training, conduct one test. Okay, maybe mock test or some test you can conduct. So you see, suppose if the in the test, if it is a 20 marker test, if the employee has got somewhere around 12 marks, okay, then you conduct the training. Okay, after training, you can conduct one more test to judge the accuracy of the training or the effectiveness of the training. Okay, so when you conduct this test, suppose if the employee has scored 18, that means the training was effective. Employees learned something out of it. That is why they scored 18. Suppose if they scored somewhere around 8, 10 or 12, that means there was no effectiveness of the training on the employees. That is learning level. Conduct the test before the training, conduct the test after the training, compare the result. Okay. Then we have behavioral level training. So here behavioral level, observing change in the behavior. What happens here is once you conduct the training, after that, whenever the employee starts the work, then first few days, 8 days, 10 days, you can observe the behavior of the employees. Suppose if you find there is some change earlier, employee used to come at 9:30, even if the login time was 9 o'clock. Okay, every day employee used to come at 9:30 and leave by 4 o'clock, and hardly any work would have been completed. Okay, so now you can observe it in the behavior of the employee. Does it any change that has been happened? Okay, whether the employee is on time at 9 o'clock and leaving the place by 5 o'clock, and even the productivity level is being increased. Suppose if the productivity level is being increased, that means the training was effective. Okay, that is behavioral level. Then we have functioning level. So in this, if not this, then they can go with functioning level. Then you can check with the financial benefits. What is the financial benefits that you are getting after training? For example, before training, the employee was producing some 400 units per month. Okay, each unit you are capable enough of selling it. The selling price of the unit is 10 rupees. So you were earning, your sales was 4,000 rupees per month from that employee A. Okay, after training, you should see whether he is being able to produce more. So after training, suppose if he is producing 500 units and you multiply with the same selling price, so your income will increase by 5,000. So on monetary benefits, you can evaluate whether the training is effective. Is that clear? Okay. Any one level you can adopt and you can find out how effective the training was. Okay, that is done in the evaluation of training. And the last one is selection and development of trainers. Suppose you got very good positive response you have been got, then again you can send the trainers also. Suppose if the trainers are internal trainers from the same company, then they can be sent for the training again and they will get trained more on any expertized matters, and then they will come back and they can train the employees. Okay, so this is the systematic approach of training. Then imperatives of adult learning. Okay, in training and development, the HRD department should understand how that what kind of training and development program has to be conducted. Okay, they can't conduct the training like how they can conduct for the school children's or college students. They can't conduct like that because adult learning is completely different from the child learning. Okay, so here, see, adult learning, we call it as a andragogy. When the children are learning, see, for children, it's like you're showing them the fruits and making them understand this is a fruit, this is a vegetable. Okay, then for college students and all, PPT is enough. Then you can make use of Excel, that is enough. But for adults, okay, like you people, the adoption of the strategy should be andragogy. It should not be pedagogy. You cannot teach the adults like how you will adopt the strategy for the children. Okay, so the HRD department, whenever they are uh, arranging for the training and development program, they should make sure that andragogy will be adopted. While in andragogy, see, there can be four theories. Any one can be adopted here again. So first one was application. See, how you can teach the adult is explain them the application and make them practice. Okay. For example, if I am training you on working on some machine. Okay. So how to operate that machine, how to switch it on, how to repair or how to do the service, all that I'm just explaining you. Now what I can do is, after explaining, I should leave you for practice. Then only you will learn. Just listening to me, how to operate, how to do service, how to do repair, and all that, if you have been just listening, you can't learn. Only thing you can learn is when you start practice, you'll be getting, sorry, you will be getting so many queries, that why this has happened, why this light is on, why this has been not switching it on. So all that queries you will be having. So when the queries will be resolved, then you will learn better. Okay. Then we have, otherwise, if not application, you can go with the problem solving. You can discuss with them the scenarios, the case studies. Okay. So this was happened like this previously in the company or in the bank. Okay. If according to you, if you were the HR practitioner, what strategy would have been taken to resolve it? All that case studies you can discuss, make them involve, make them solve the problem, let them imagine themselves in that place and take some decisions. They will learn. Okay. The third one is involving, some activity should be there, maybe role playing activity. Okay. Role playing, suppose if they are been deciding to promote few employees to the next higher level of position, before promoting they can check whether the employees are capable enough. So they can do is, they can participate in the activities like role playing, and they can observe. The HR practitioners will observe whether you are capable enough to play that role, whether you are stiff personality in it, or you are very humble, you are very polite with the people who are working along with you. So when you involve in that particular role, then they will judge you based on that. Okay, like that you will learn as well. Role playing is, you will learn about the particular person, what role they are playing, what are the challenges they are going through, all that you will learn. Then the fourth one is experience. Okay. So experiences, you can share your own experience, the HR practitioners. So if you share your own experiences with them, that you took this decision that time, and these were the consequences that you had to face. So if you share your experiences, they will also get to know the live experiences of a HR practitioners, and they will also derive some conclusion out of it. In future, suppose if they come across that kind of situation, so they can also probably take the solution what is the HR practitioners have already taken. So that is experience. Okay. Application, make them practice. Problem solving, discuss the case studies with them and let them come up with a solution. Like how we people discuss the case study in the morning, and you people answered me similar way. Involving, some activities to be conducted, let them involve. Okay. And they will learn. Then experience. So if the HR practitioners or immediate supervisors, if they have some achievements or experiences that they can share, not only achievements, even the failures, they can share and let them learn. Okay. So all these are the four types of andragogy that you can make use of teaching the adults. Then we have next one is attitude. Okay. So HRD department should have the complete knowledge of the attitude. So see, attitude will be completely different when compared to one person with another. See, attitude is something, the way of thinking or a feeling about someone. For example, if a new employee comes, we'll start judging, right? Suppose if they smile at you, if that new employee smiles at you, then your feeling towards them will be positive. You feel that this is a positive attitude person. Suppose that new person did not smile at you, okay, and he just went from in front of you, just went just like that. That means you will feel that this person is this person is having very much attitude. Okay, that is your negative perspective about that person. So attitude is something that is your feeling about someone or something. There are three components of attitude. This has to be understood by HR practitioners. One is cognitive, another one is affective, and another one is behavioral. Okay, all these are interconnected. The first one is belief. Okay, so your attitude towards others depends on your belief. See, now you people are listening to me. You believe that I am teaching HRM from past so many years. So I'll be knowing HR better, and if you listen, you may crack your exam. That is your belief, okay? Because I am the IBS faculty. That is why you're sitting, you're giving your time, you're logged in, and you are listening to me. Because your behavior is, your attitude is positive towards me based on the belief. Suppose if it has been informed that I'm taking H, suppose it was informed initially in the class that this teacher or this faculty is new to IBS. This is the first time ma'am is taking HRM. That means your belief would be different, right? So you will be doubting whether I can give you the exact explanation, or how will I give the exact explanations. All these doubts you'll be having. So that is based on the belief. So if you believe on some person, then your attitude towards them will be completely different. But if you don't believe, if you don't trust, then your attitude will be negative. Okay, so that's what based. Kindly mute. Okay, so based on your belief, your attitude can be positive, it can be negative, or it can be neutral. Okay, that is effective. So if your belief has been very strong enough on some person, it will be positive. If not, if you don't believe that person, then your attitude will be negative, or sometimes it will be nor positive nor negative, it will be neutral. Okay. Based on your affective component, your reaction will be. Suppose you have positive. Biju sir, it's good if you mute everybody. Let them not unmute it. Let them ask me any questions through chat box, sir. Biju sir, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, fine. So then, based on your affective feeling, that is, okay. So based on affective, that is your positive belief uh, on me will be showing the positive reaction. You will smile at me, you will talk to me properly, then you want to build the interpersonal relationship with me. You'll come and share about your past experience. You want to learn something from me, that will be your reaction. Suppose your belief is negative on me, then your reaction will also be negative. You will not listen to me, whatever I'll say. You don't want to speak to me. Your face expression will not be with the smiling face. It will be very harsh. Okay, to see all that is possible. So behavior will depend on the attitude, effective attitude, whether it is positive, negative, or neutral. Okay. Then we have attitude can
Ma'am,
be changed. Okay,
ma'am,
now just now I told you, yes, ma'am.
uh,
You can unmute now. Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am, you can ask the question.
yeah, meaning of cognitive, madam. Cognitive.
Ma'am, cognitive is your belief on me. Just now I told you, no. So for example, we will meet for the very first time. Okay. So in the first impression itself, you'll make some belief, right? You will think about me, maybe positive or negative, but you will think, you will make up your mind, you will make some judgment. No, this person is like this person is like that. You will make up your mind on the basis of the first impression that I'm leaving on you. Okay, I'll give you
Okay.
another example. See, cockroach. Okay, so for especially girls will be very much they will fear if they see cockroach. They'll be screaming if they see cockroach. So is the cockroach so harmful, ma'am? Will the cockroach eat us? Will the cockroach bite us? Anything?
No.
Why you behave like that? Why the reaction will be? I hope you will also uh, scared about cockroach. If you see the cockroach, you will also run away from that place. Okay. So when you run away after seeing the cockroach, that is your behavioral attitude. Okay. So that that is negative feeling you have about cockroach. Why do you have negative feeling about cockroach? Your belief is that they will come on you. Okay. And it's a very dirty creature. It will be anywhere. So if it runs on you, it will leave some black spots on you. Okay, so that is a very smelly, that is very sticky. So you don't want to see that cockroach again. That is your belief. Based on the belief that these are not the good creature, your affective attitude will be negative. Based on your affective attitude, you will run away if you see the cockroach, or you will get on the sofas, or you get on the couch and all. So that is what happens whenever you see this. So that become, your behavior is dependent on your belief. Is that clear, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Then next we have attitude can be changed. Just now I told you there are three components of attitude. That doesn't mean that every time your positive attitude will be positive, or you will have only negative attitude, or you will have neutral attitude. No, even if you have negative attitude, it can be changed. Okay. So first one is provide adequate information. How you can change the attitude? See, suppose if you feel that one person is not good, okay, that means you will behave negatively towards that person. How your attitude can change towards that person is when the proper information is given about that person to you. Okay, so HR professionals, what they have to do is they can bring up a mentor manual, in that the information of all the employees, in websites and all, like suppose if you go to St. Joseph's University website, so the profile of all the faculties will be there. So in which stream we are good enough, what are our achievements, okay, so it will be released out in magazines and all. So how many years of experience we have, so much of information of we people will be there. Okay, so that is how, when if you are been releasing this kind of information about your employees, if any newcomer comes, if they go through, they will also get the information, and their behavior will not be negative, because they will get to know about that person very well. Okay, introducing moderate level of fear. So if you introduce moderate level of fear, then the attitude can be changed. See, for example, if the employee's habit is to come every day, 9 o'clock is the login time, and some 5 minutes is being given extra, like till 9:05 you should log in. Okay, only the limit is given till 9:05. But suppose if the person is coming every day late, he's coming at 9:15 or 9:20, or till 9:30 he's coming. Okay. So what you can do is you can create some moderate, if you want to change the attitude of this person, you can create some moderate level of fear. That is, if you come late more than 5 minutes continuously for 4 to 5 days in a month, then your 1 day salary will be cut. This is the fear that you can create in the employee. So now tell me, if you create this fear, will that person may not come on time every day? Will at least he will not try to come on time? Yeah, you can text in the chat box if you are being muted. Okay, will this person may not change? Will he not come on time if this is the fear that is being created? Yes, he will, right? That is what. If you introduce some moderate level of fear, then obviously they will tend to change their attitude. Okay. Then comes resolving the discrepancies between the attitude and behavior. Okay, I'll give you one small example here. See how this discrepancy arises here is, suppose one person has applied in two companies. Okay, so from the two companies also he got the offer letter. One is offering that person 40,000 with with non-monetary benefits. 40,000 is being paid. Other company is also offering 40,000 with so many non-monetary benefits. What this person would have done, they would have compared this, and they would have taken the decision to go with A company instead of B company. Okay, that means they would have. Participants kindly mute. Yeah. Okay. So here, see, if they have selected the company A, that means are they not foregoing the company B here? Anybody can answer me here. If they select one company, they will obviously forego the other company. Now, when you have joined this company, so every time you will be thinking, I would have gone, you will start comparing this company. If I would have been joined, I would have been got this facility, that facility. Why did I join this company? Always that comparison will be there, and that conflict in the mind will be running. Okay, I would have been gone to this company. Why did I come here? Okay, it's very strict here. There, I heard that my friend is doing really good. It's very lenient there. So all that should not be there. So when you have to change, so that will be the attitude of this person, because he has foregone one company because of your company. So you have to resolve that. If you want to change the attitude of that person to be fully satisfied and start their working, so what you can do is provide them the conducive environment where they will start liking. Let them create a network, let them talk to people. Okay, let them take any responsibility they want. So if you give them this kind of conducive environment, they'll be very happy, and they will satisfy in the work. They'll stop comparing. They'll be, if they become satisfied, why will they compare? Okay, so that is resolving the discrepancies between attitude and behavior. Okay, see, attitude is feeling. You will be having feeling. Based on that feeling, you will react. Your action depends on your feeling. If you feel good, your behavior will be good, your action will be good. If you feel bad, then your action will be bad. Correct? So that depends on the HR professionals, how they will resolve these discrepancies. Then influence of peers, friends, and opinion leaders. So on any individual, there will be influence of their peers, friends, and opinion leaders. So let them talk to them, let them interact with them. So their influence on them, how they behave and all, will have the influence, and they will tend to improve their attitude. Okay, and the last one is co-opting. See, co-opting is nothing but there'll be one or two demanding personnel. How much ever you will tend to change them, they will not agree. Okay. So what you can do is, suppose one person is very much critics. He is making one more team. He is taking along with him 8 to 10 members who also have become challengers or competitors for you, and they are also not listening to you. Okay. So then what you can do is, being HR professional, you can adopt this co-opting. You can make that person to work for 2, 3 days in your place. Okay. If you ask them to work in your place, let them handle all the situation like you, let them do your role play, and understand what are the challenges that you're going through. What are the problems that you're going through? If they understand, then obviously their attitude will change. Okay. Is that clear? Any doubt? So then now we are moving ahead with the career path planning. Okay. So here the HR professionals is responsible, the HRD department is responsible for helping the employees to understand the career path planning. Okay. So here career path planning is nothing but, see, few of them will not be knowing in which way to go. They will just randomly select any graduation, they'll randomly select any company, they'll start the work. Okay, for them it is better if you understand what are their capabilities and make them understand what wonders they can do. Okay, this can be done with this help of life stages. Okay, I would like to draw your attention here. There are the life stages which is being explained by this strategist or practitioners. The first one is E.H. Erickson's 4 life stages. Okay. He explained that, see, whenever any employee joins your organization, that doesn't mean that they want to stay only in that position. Okay, you people only can answer me. See, suppose you joined as a PO. Okay, do you like to be in that position only till you retire from the bank? Okay, will you think only to be remain in that PO position only till the retirement? I think there is no access for unmuting. You can unmute.
No, madam.
No, madam.
No, ma'am.
What will be your plan? What will be your planning, sir? Once you join with the as the PO in the company,
Going higher in a career path.
exactly. You will always be thinking. You will always be working for it, so that you will shift from one position to another position, from one level to another level. That is what explained by this person, Eric Erickson. He explained that, see, when the employee joins the organization, that person will be in the adolescent stage. Okay, adolescent stages where they will try to find their identity. They will first come in the organization, they will work for it, and they will create the identity for themselves. Okay, so once they create the identity for themselves, the next stage is young adulthood stage. Okay, so once they have been successful in creating their identity, they will move ahead to young adulthood. Young adulthood is something where you want to build a network, social networking. Okay, so in that, see, in adolescence where they have been creating their identity, they don't mind working under someone. Okay, but later, at one point of time, they don't want to work under someone. They'll become independent. Okay, they learned everything, now they can work on their own. That is young adulthood. Here they just want to work independently and create the social network, build up the contacts, and they just want to have the interpersonal relationship with the various people in the company. Then comes the adulthood. Okay, so in the adulthood, participants kindly mute. Yeah, it's here. Okay, so I was telling you, will be want to have they will be working on the social networking. Okay, after this stage, they will become adulthood. Here, now in adolescence, they were under someone, right? In adulthood, they want to monitor the youngsters. They want to become the mentor of youngsters. So, suppose if new person comes in the organization, they will guide them. So, like how they were being guided in the adolescent stage by some other person, now here they want to guide the few people. Then comes maturity stage. Okay, in maturity stage, they will realize, they will just calculate how many years of experience they have in that particular company. Is it worth working there? So, whenever they see back, they should feel that yes, it is worth that I spent my 15 years or 20 years in this company. I have learned so much. Okay, then I want to retire from this company. So whenever they'll come to maturity stage, they will calculate whether it is worth or not. So when they calculate, whenever they see back this 15, 20 years that they have spent in the company, then they should think that it's a fruitful. That is Eric Erickson's 4 life stages. Then we have few other researchers, that is Dalton, Thompson, and
Excuse me,
Price
madam.
explanation. Yes, sir.
Madam, what is the difference between young adulthood and adulthood?
Sir, young adulthood here is you start working on your own. This is under someone. Okay, young adulthood is you start working independently. Here adulthood is you will guide someone, somebody else will become dependent on you. Is that clear, sir?
Young adulthood, we are trying at our end, but in adulthood, someone will be under our.
Yeah, you will be guiding someone. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Here nobody is there to guide. You will work on your own. Now you will learn many things here, right? When you are starting working on your own. Now you'll be capable enough to guide someone.
Right, right.
Okay. Then here, Dalton, Thompson, and Price explanation is also similar. Okay, but they have used the different terminologies. Okay. First one is apprentice, that is a person will join and they will be working under someone. Okay, here it will be dependent. So they will be dependent on someone, say for example, for 3 months or 2 months, somebody will be working under someone. You are working under someone. Then after working for 2, 3 months, you will become independent. You know the process, you know the procedure, you can do it on your own. Then comes the mentor. Okay, so you will be guiding someone. So here he has taken the term directly, mentor. So you will be guiding someone, guidance will be given. And the last, only this fourth point is different here. The fourth point here is maturity, where you will realize whether working in this company for so many years is work or not. But in Dalton Thomas theory, they explain that once you become the guide for someone, you want to be part of management. Okay, you want to become the management member, maybe the line managers or supervisors, some higher authority you want, or you want the membership in as a CEO or board of directors, you want the shares, like that. People will think so many years we have worked for this company, now we want to be part of management, we want to take the percentage in profits. So that is being explained by these people. Okay, only 4 point differs here, other all remains the same. Okay, then we have career planning. So here, HRD professionals, what they have to do is they have to understand there are four kinds of people, that four patterns of career options that the people will adopt. Okay, it was four, but later one more added. Now it's totally five. Five career concepts are being there. Okay, kindly concentrate here. You may confuse yourself while understanding this by understanding the differentiation. Okay, the very first one is linear. Linear career pattern is something where the person will always want to go up, always wants to get promoted. Okay, whatever I'll do, I'll think that I want to get promoted. I'll get promotion if I do this. I'll get hike in the salary if I do that. Only that kind of activities will be undertaken. That is linear concept. Okay. Then comes steady state. What is steady state? There will be few people who acquire the higher skills but choose not to rise in the hierarchy. They will not select this, always they will not think about the promotion. They just want to get excel in their work. Okay, especially the steady state is like professionals. Doctors, I can take a best example of doctors. See, doctors will always be called as a practitioners, right? Doctors, we call it as a practitioners. So even we people, teachers, okay, instead of thinking about the promotions, we will be thinking like we will get excel in our subject. Okay, we'll do PhD. Then after completing PhD in future, we may think of, it's not like one after the other promotion. We may leave that organization, we'll join some other. Okay, there also we'll get excel. Will be attending the workshops. We'll be presenting the papers. All that we'll be doing so that we can become excel in our work. We will not choose every time the hierarchy. We will not do every work from the mindset of promoting ourselves. Okay. Then we have transitory. Transitory is the individuals will hop from one job to another. They will not be fixed up in one place. Suppose you are working in one company, they have offered you 50,000. So you joined it. You worked for 1 month. In between of that month itself, you applied for another company. They offered you 60,000. So what you did, next month itself, you jumped from this company to this company. They will not get excellence. They will not see about hierarchy. They will not see about growth. They will only see the benefits that they are getting, and they keep changing their job from one company to another company. Suppose in between of this, you will get some offer from abroad that they'll pay you some 2 lakh rupees per month Indian rupees. Then obviously you will think of shifting it to abroad because you are getting better benefits there. That is transitory kind of people. They will not be in one position. They will not be in one job. They keep changing from one job to another job. Then we have spiral. Spiral is individuals. Okay, I'll just clear this one. Now you'll understand. See, spiral and plateau is some up to certain point it's same. What happens in the spiral is individuals will work hard. They will acquire the skills. They will often move to another type of job to reach the higher position in a relatively short time. Okay. For example, I'll give you the spiral in the IBS itself. We have bankers, okay, who are taking your classes, right? Who are taking the sections. They are retired from the banks. Those faculties are taking classes for you people, right? That kind of people we can call it as spiral. They were the bankers for so many years. After their retirement, they are been, it's like completely changed their profession. Now they have become the trainers. That is spiral career pattern. They worked hard there, they achieved everything, they acquired the skills. Okay, now they have moved on to another type of job, that is teaching job. Okay, Then plateau is last type. Here, a plateau means a person who will be working hard, acquiring skills, but they will not move to another type of job. They will remain in the job. They'll become static there. Okay, again, I'll take the same example. Banker, suppose after retirement, there is a possibility that you can be hired back. You can still work in the same bank on the same bank for the management salary, right? They will ask you whether you're being able to work as the banker still for for still more years or 5 years or 6 years. Okay, on the basis of the management salary, they'll ask you to work. So once a banker will always remains the banker, that is, they become the static in the profession there itself. But in the spiral, the bankers will become, they will take up different. They may start up so many bankers after retirement, they'll have their own business. Okay, or you can see here in IBS, they have become the faculties. So once you are achieved everything in one job, then you will change the particular job itself. That is spiral. I hope it's clear.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Only in spiral they will jump to the other job, no, madam?
Yes, ma'am.
Remaining all same job.
Completely change the field, ma'am. They'll change the field itself. But plateau, they remains there only.
Plateau, madam?
Plateau is they'll remains there only, ma'am. Like a banker, I told you, no example, bankers always be the banker only. After retirement also, they'll join some bank. They will continue the same profession
Okay.
or the job.
Linear, ma.
Linear is always going, always you're thinking about promotion. Whatever you
Okay.
do, you think whether I'll get promotion, I'll get hike in salary. Always you want to go upward.
Okay.
Okay. All these
Okay,
are the
ma'am.
career patterns which will be selected on the basis of career anchors. Okay. These are the reasons for the people to select the career patterns. Which are those? Maybe technical or functional competence. Say, for example, you love some job and you want to be static there itself. That means you love the way of your working. Okay. You love how you're working there. Maybe the technical aspects you have been love, or you're being involved in some functional activities that you will like there. That is why you stay remaining in that place only. You don't want to change. That is why you become the static. Then we have managerial competence. So suppose if in company you have given you a position of manager, okay, and you love to take that power, that is why you stay there itself. Suppose if you are not getting that manager position in one company, then you will jump from one company to another company. So based on the managerial competence, you will be staying or you will be jumping, you will decide. Then security also plays a very important role. Okay, so whether you have a job security in that particular company, or the geographical location is giving you the security, okay, that is also plays an important role for changing the job or remaining same. Creativity, see, so many people will be creative and they want autonomy, they want independence to work. So suppose if you are allowing them to show their creativity and giving them that freedom to work without interference, and let them do, and at last you can judge the result. But many companies will not allow you to do that. They will give their own rule to follow, and you have to follow that, and the freedom will not be there. So few people who likes freedom, if you're not giving them the freedom, if you're not giving them the place for creativity, then they would like to jump from your company to another company. So all these are the career anchors, the reasons why people will choose the different career patterns.
Madam,
Okay.
anchors,
Yes, ma'am. Anchors are
what
the
exact
reasons.
reasons?
Yeah, reasons for selecting the different patterns of careers.
Patterns.
Okay. See, why you
Autonomy
will
is done.
select the,
Autonomy
why you
actually.
will select the autonomy is independency, sir, without interference, if they are leaving you freedom. Okay. So here, career anchors is, ma'am, I would like to ask you a question. Suppose, why did you select the spiral
Okay.
career pattern? See, suppose here, what happens in the spiral career is, I'll take the same example. Bankers will become the trainers, okay, after retirement. That is what it is happening, correct? So now, why you just change this? Why your pattern is spiral? Because you love to do that. Maybe your passion was to become a teacher, But unfortunately, you got the government job and you thought like, okay, there is no better go other than the government job, and you became the government employee and you started as a banker. But you somewhere you had that passion of being a teacher. What you did after retirement, at least when you get the offer from IBS, then you become the teacher. Correct? That is your the technical competence you had and the love towards the job. Okay,
Okay.
so that is why you chose the spiral career. So all these are the reasons why you select the different career patterns. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then we have
Ma'am,
self-development.
ma'am, once again explain career anchors, madam, please.
All, ma'am. You want me to
No,
repeat
no,
all?
overall.
Okay, I'll just quickly brief up. See, career anchors is why you will select the different career patterns. The reasons is maybe you love the job or you hate the job. That is, if you hate, you will keep jumping from one job to another job. If you love, you will stay there only. You will see for the promotion and all. Managerial competence, if they allow, if you want to become a manager, then if they make you manager, then you will stay there itself. Otherwise, you will jump from there to another place. Security, if you feel secured about the job, you will follow that, you will stay there. Otherwise, you will find out the other job. Then if you are a creative person and if you are a person of independence, if they allow you for all this creativity and independence, then you will stay in the job. Otherwise, you will change. So based on these reasons, you will be selecting the different career patterns. Is that clear, ma'am?
Clear, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Then we have next concept of HRD is they have to concentrate on developing the people from self, inner self. Okay. So how you can develop a person when you concentrate on developing them from inside. Okay. What is their personal efficacy? You should make them understand what are their personal efficacy. That is, what is their personal potential. You have to make them understand how challengeable the person is. So how you can do that? See, it can be done. There are factors of personal efficacy. One is you can do with motivation, or another one is you can make them aware about themselves. See, sometimes if somebody asks you to talk about someone else, you will talk hours together. But if somebody asks you to introduce yourself, how many minutes you can speak up about your own self?
5 minutes.
5 minutes you can speak up, sir.
Hardly
You will
2 minutes.
after 2-3 minutes you will
Hardly
think what
2 minutes.
what to tell, right? But at the same time, if I ask you about your friend or about your any family member, you will speak all together. Correct? You will tell of everything, positive, negative. Okay, everything you will tell of. That is all. So here, why you will not be able to speak about yourself here is because we people are not aware about our own self. Okay, so HRD has to make us aware of about ourselves. Then proactivity, they should make us proactive. They should train us in such a way that we'll become proactive before something happens. We will be ready for that, and action orientation. Okay, so I have one case study. We'll discuss that. You will understand how the questions will be. Okay, we'll come back to this. Yeah. Not this one. Yeah, this is the one. See, small case studies is being there, and on that you will be having the questions. Is it visible? Yeah, now I think it's visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll ask you the questions which on the topic which is being completed. Okay,
Read
now
very
second one is the concept of career path. Just now we discussed the career path, right? So the concept of career path relates to you have to fill in this blank of movements and deciding the fill the blank of each stage. Hope you remember the career path. Which word suits better here? sequence, time period, number, candidates, decision, number, type, time period.
Type.
Sequence time period.
Yes, Chairman.